The murder of Joey Comunale sent shockwaves through New York City. He was stabbed 15 times, thrown out a window, and his partially burned body dumped in the woods.
How did you hear that your son had been killed?
Well, I knew he had gone missing. And,
Joey's grief-stricken father, Pat, sat down with me in an emotional interview you'll see only on Crime Watch Daily. The story really hits home for me. We're both from the same town, and we have kids the same age.
They threw the body out the window.
they threw out the body out the window and all this crazy stuff.
Who does that?
An animal. Somebody who's deranged, I guess.
Joey was a strapping 27-year-old, good-looking, popular, a star hockey player at Hofstra University.
Handsome kid.
Yeah, had everything going for him. That's him playing hockey.
Tell me about that picture.
Such a competitor. Just total waste. Terrible.
Pat says with that competitive streak, Joey had no trouble making friends.
He made friends with all the girls. He was a great-looking kid. I mean, he was just a great-looking kid with a great personality. I mean, the only reason I really want to talk about this is, number one, to make sure that's what reported about my kid is accurate. His friends, they all say the same thing, what a great kid he was. And then, if I can save you from going through what I'm going through. Sorry. That's the reason I'm doing it. These kids gotta know. Everybody's not your friend.
Joey didn't return home to Stamford that night. His dad couldn't get a hold of him all day Sunday. He was worried sick.
I text him, and usually when I text him, he'll
Get right back to you.
get back to me. And he didn't text me, and I called him. And I don't know, something wasn't right.
And what went through your mind when he wasn't there?
I started calling his friends.
Right.
And that's when one of his friends said to me, well, we were in the city, and we came home, but he wanted to stay. He met some people. So right off the bat, I said, man, this is not good. This is Sunday afternoon.
He's nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found. Something is not good here. I knew something was wrong, and I wound up going down to the Stamford Police Department.
Joey was reportedly spotted on surveillance video entering the building after daybreak on Sunday morning. Pat says detectives showed him the video.
What happens then?
From the video, it's 6:30 or so in the morning. They walk out to the street. The girls get in an Uber. And then you see my son and this other guy walk back into the building.
What was that like for you to watch?
And watching the NYPD painstakingly watch every camera, every footage to put the pieces together. And then the porter was bringing garbage out to the street. I said, guys, you got to check those bags, because I'm telling you, I just know he didn't leave here on his own.
Check those bags.
Yeah.
Meaning garbage bags.
The garbage bags.
Police believe the body was thrown out of the window, but the surveillance cameras weren't trained on that part of the building. So what may have happened inside James Rackover's fourth-floor apartment?
Do you think that this Jimmy hit on him and he said, whoa, I'm not cool with that, and one thing led to another, and...
You know, that's what I've heard.
I mean, you and I are of a certain age where we know that drugs were out there. It's out there. And when you're 27, 28 years old...
Chris, all I could tell you is if you talk to his friends, that's not Joey.
How did cops put Rackover and DeLeon in their sights? These guys live on social media, and the clues that night were all over the internet.
Social media played a big role in identifying potential suspects here.
Yep.
How did that work?
My understanding is when my son went missing and I started calling his friends started calling, I think, the promoter at the club they were at, who then, you know, everybody posts pictures, and I think they saw some pictures of the girls he was with, and the promoter said, hey, I know that one, and here's her number. And
Rackover and DeLeon aren't out of jail anytime soon with a bail of $3 million each. Joey's friends vow to be in the courtroom when the men face trial.
Every single day we will be there. You're gonna have to turn around and look at all of us.
There is no justice for this, no matter what happens to those scumbags.
And now Pat and his wife have to do the unthinkable: bury their son, the victim of one of the most horrific murders in recent history.
How are you gonna get through this?
Oh, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Thanks, man.
Coming up, a serial child rapist behind bars for nearly 3 decades might soon be released from prison. Now, one of his victims, in her first TV interview, relives the moment the monster stole her innocence.
He would tell me to do things that I don't want to do, and just being hurt, in a way that no child should ever go through, at age 7.
How she's fighting to make sure he never does it to another little girl. That's next.